from the News Channel 5 Network and Out and About newspaper. This is Out and About Today, sponsored by the Tennessee Performing Arts Center.
Well, hello and welcome to a special edition of Out and About Today. I'm Chuck Long. We're kicking the show off with a two-part preview of TPAC's upcoming blockbuster Broadway season, followed by a rollicking buzz-about with my co-hosts Pam and Brent. But up first, TPAC has something for everyone this season, which features new and contemporary hits still packing them in on Broadway. Here with all the details, one of our all-time favorites who's done this preview with us many times over the years and who just announced her retirement at the end of this Broadway season. President and CEO of TPAC, Kathleen O'Brien. Great to have you here.
Thank you. It's always fun coming to talk to you.
We love it when you're here, but before we get into the season, just want to talk about, so this is going to be the last season that you're heading the...
Yes, it is. It is.
Tell me kind of how do you feel about it right now? You're about to go into the season, but it's going to be the last one.
It's very, very mixed. It's the right time. I will have been at TPAC 31 years and 14 in this role, and I feel like we've done a lot of great work with my team. We've got it in a really good place. It's financially stable. Lots of good things happening. Lots of more good things to happen in the future as well. But now's the time to pass the baton on to someone else and for me to go on to Act 2 of my life.
Absolutely. We're excited about that. We've got a few of the stills from the years that you've been here with us, so it's just kind of fun to kind of take a look at those. So, you know, one of the things you just always bring, you bring so much knowledge and you bring so much pizzazz to the shows. I always wonder how, especially looking back, the choice of the shows, how difficult is that each year to line it up and get it what you think is right?
Well, it's not difficult to line up what we want. And then but it's always a matter of matching up our availability of the hall, and we protect that pretty well, with when the show we want is going to be available for the week that we can do it. And sometimes we're competing against one show against another, where we want both shows, but one show can only come this week. Well, we've already booked it for that show, and so it's musical chairs. And my colleague Christy Dortch and I try to figure it out. It is musical chairs.
Well, you've done a phenomenal job, so anyway, hats off. So
thank you.
Love it when you're here. So this is a special time that you hear this. So let's go to the Broadway series. Let's just start because we've got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Starting with School of Rock. That's going to be September 11th.
Oh my gosh, this is such a fun show, and it kind of, the theme of the show really depicts a lot of what we stand for in our mission, and that's helping young kids develop their own skills in the arts. And this is Andrew Lloyd Webber's show. It does mirror the film, but it's a debut here at TPAC. It is closing on Broadway soon, so by the time it comes here, it will be a good time to see it. But it is so much fun. It really is. Great music. If you know the Jack Black movie, then you'll have a good time. Well,
and you can tell there's just so much energy on stage. I mean, just looking at it right there, it's just amazing. All right, now here's another one I'm very intrigued by, The Play That Goes Wrong.
Oh. This one is so much fun. Not only do you have these amazing actors, it's a play within a play, and literally everything goes wrong, including the set. And the set is actually a character, and it won a Tony Award for set design. But it is so much fun. It is just one calamity after another, and it just goes on and on and on until you think it can't go on anymore, and it does, and you're still laughing.
Yeah. Well, so this is the first time that it's been?
Yes,
so that's going to be fun. So October 9th is when that's coming. Now another one that a lot of people are buzzing about, A Bronx Tale. So tell me about that.
Beautiful. It's Chaz Palminteri wrote this, and it's the story. It's a beautiful musical. It has a love story in it, and it's kind of like West Side Story meets Jersey Boys. And you have conflict. You have people trying to find their way. It has some themes that still exist. Have existed for years, that still exist. A lot of those come from West Side Story. Beautiful choreography, great music, a good old-fashioned kind of Broadway with a fresh new show.
Okay, and that's February 12th.
Yes.
All right, so Bronx Tale. All right, Anastasia.
Oh, yes. This was inspired by the movies, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Big, beautiful music, and of course it tells the story of Anastasia in Russia and of a young woman trying to find her way in the world and reconnect to her heritage, or is it her heritage, right? But it's beautiful. Again, another old-fashioned kind of Broadway style show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved it, and the scenery in this is just gorgeous.
That's what I was just noticing as we're seeing the clips there. It looks so grand.
It is. It is. It's lush. It's opulent, and it was depicting lush and opulence at that time too.
Yeah. So that's March 19th. Is when that's going to start 2019. Now I got to tell you, there's so many great shows on this list, but when I saw Hello Dolly with Betty Buckley, I mean, I started doing somersaults almost.
It's like,
I mean, I gotta
are we
tell
really
you.
getting Betty Buckley? Yes, we are really getting Betty Buckley.
How did that happen?
Well, the producer wanted to offer something to The Road. Scott Rudin wanted to offer something to The Road. Of course, he nailed it beautifully on Broadway with Bette Midler and then Bernadette Peters and then back to Bette. And it takes a very special talent to do this. And we haven't had Betty Buckley for a while. And great actor, great singer, great performer, great professional, and I can't wait to see her in this. I think she's gonna just run away with it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, people gotta, I think for all of this, we'll talk about tickets, but I mean, you're gonna need to get tickets, you know, fast. When you know there's a show, whether it's your season tickets, of course, that's always the safest bet, and we'll talk about that too. But that's just gonna be, again, such a phenomenal opportunity to see Betty Buckley in action. All right, so, and that's April 30th, that's gonna be 2019. Miss Saigon, so here it comes, yeah.
It's been, I think it was 2004 since we had it last, so that's a long time.
Sure.
So that's gonna be 15 years. It's a beautiful story. It's a heartbreaking story of love and conflict and gorgeous music too. So we are thrilled to be able to have the opportunity for this to be on tour and for us to be able to get it. I think it's a favorite of a lot of folks, and we've had a lot of requests for it.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and that starts, by the way, June 4th in 2019. We're going to come back, talk more about the Broadway series and then the special engagements, and we'll also talk a little bit about a little musical called Hamilton people may have heard of. So
Yeah, I've heard of that.
yeah, all right. We'll take a break. More after this. Come on back with us.